everybody. We're back out on the street today. We're stopping by to see another local business person, talk about the business they have, how they got there, and what they're doing. And we've got a really exciting guest today because Brandon Polk, who's our guest, has just opened a brand new location. He was at an existing location, so there's a lot of excitement with that of moving to a new location and, like Brandon, expanding your business as well as far as what you offer. So today we're going to have a conversation with Brandon Polk. And Brandon, what exactly is the name of your business? 40 Fitness and Wellness now?
Yes, sir. It's a Plus 40 Fitness and Wellness Studio, and we're located in the brand new TransMed Center here in Conroe, Texas, off the Loop.
Off Loop 336. And what side of the Loop is that? Is that south side of the Loop?
Yes, sir. We're towards the new stuff, Grand Central, and all that new business structures going up over on that side. So
wonderful location. Well, Brandon, I always like to start off and give the person I'm having a conversation with a chance to kind of introduce themselves to our audience, kind of tell them where you came from, why you're doing what you're doing, those kind of things. So it's all on you now. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon Polk, the owner and head trainer of Plus 40 Fitness. After college, I came over here. They needed a personal training job at Plus 40 Fitness. So I did that, and I fell in love with the gig, and the old owner, he left. So I was the natural person to take over. And I think this is year 5 of me owning it. And I've been there for probably 8-9 years now. So in this business, so blessed to be here.
You know, what's interesting about your story is the fact that you got to try the business out before you bought the business. That's somewhat
yes, sir.
People are in the industry, but to actually try the business out, where it was located. Where were you located originally?
We were at the next to Conroe High School and the BBVA over there for a long time.
You were there for 5 years as the time you were an owner, and I guess they were there prior to that.
Yes, sir. They I think 10 years they probably were over there in the same spot. So we had the opportunity to come over here, and I thought it was best to jump ship and try something new and give us a better opportunity for this business to flourish.
Well, again, the idea of being able to try business out before you actually commit to buying it, that puts you in the driver's seat, right? From the get-go, yeah. You knew how it worked.
Yes, sir. I first followed the model that was laid out for me and try to change up a few things, but blessed to have that opportunity to work here.
You know, that's the other thing that I think people miss. But when you buy an existing business, I know in my career when I bought a business here and there, I always had an idea, even when I started a business from scratch, that I had my own ideas, some changes, some ways to do things that would make it a bigger, better, more profitable business. I'm assuming you went into this with the same attitude.
Yes, sir. Just some new ideas and a different approach, but just try to improve on what was the foundation of the business.
Now, I do need to back up, and for our listeners, that Plus 40 Fitness part, what is that? I have to be 40 to come over and get fit, or what does that mean?
You know, that was the original design of the business. That's who we cater to. People that don't want to go to the big gyms and are intimidated by a big gym atmosphere. So it's a private facility, and but you really don't have to be 40 to work out here. I mean, I had a 14-year-old come over here to wanted to get stronger for the summer, and I'm 35, and I own the place. So you don't have to be 40 to be in here. It's just that's who we like to cater to.
Well, I'm glad to hear you allow those quote unquote youngsters to use your facility and train them, meaning anybody under 40 now, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's good to know. Well, you know, you just moved to a new location. What motivated you to pick up and leave from obviously a well-established location after 10 years and move over, of course, where a lot of new activity is over on Loop 336? What was the main motivator for you?
You know, I think we were pretty stagnant at the location we were with parking and people knowing where we were at. So I wanted to try this new avenue at a brand new building and a facility that was all health minded professionals, chiropractor, urgent care, pharmacy, all working together for health and wellness. And thought being the gym there would be a great opportunity for us. And that's why we jumped ship over here.
So basically you're offering with yourself and I assume partners an entire wellness center at that location.
Yes, sir. We have like I said, urgent care, chiropractor, everything, doctor's office, everything over here.
Now, just if I can ask, or you can answer, how did you connect with all those particular offerings or those people that those businesses?
Yes, sir. So the main medical director at the building is my client, and she's been working out there for with me for over 5 years. So she asked if I could jump ship to this brand new building, and I thought it was a great opportunity, so we jumped on that.
You basically caught on with somebody's idea and went with the flow, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
You've been open, what, just a few weeks? Is that correct?
Oh, we've been open a little while, ever since the pandemic. Actually, I just did a ribbon cutting because I was a part of a new chamber, so they gave me that opportunity. But a year we've been over here now.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yes,
guess
sir.
I saw the ribbon cutting, thought it was an exciting opportunity. So you've been in business for a year. Okay, so we're new location. We've been there a year. Uh, how's it worked out for you?
You know, we're starting to get we were starting to get the people back that we lost during the pandemic or whatever, but I feel like the numbers are going up again, so I'm starting to get worried about where the numbers are going to go, if people are going to drop out again or whatever on that. But everyone in my facility who comes works out here has been vaccinated. I mean, I got vaccinated months ago, and I think 99% of the clients are vaccinated. So it's still safe to come here, and well, I encourage everyone to continue working out during these times.
So to complete this story, the background on this, you opened about a year ago, which was right in the heart of the initial COVID wave, if you will, that came over us. How did that feel? I mean, how did you react to that? That had to be very daunting.
Oh, yes, sir. It's very challenging. The most challenging thing I've ever experienced in my life, to move to a brand new facility during a pandemic, for sure. Smaller space, more rent, and to go 2 months with being shut down. The government told us we couldn't work or whatever. I mean, it was hard to come up with those numbers, and blessed that we were able to get PPPs and small business loans to keep us going. And I'm truly thankful for that to help our business continue to strive. So,
Well, I would say this, it's an old adage, but you've weathered the main storm. Of course, now I think you alluded to, we have this newer variant, Delta, and then they talk about other variants, kind of like the flu. Every year it comes in a different form or fashion. Any plans? Have you formulated any plans on how to meet those challenges as they come up?
you know, we just the gym is really safe and clean. So I wipe down all the equipment. I always have in the past, but we're just extra cautious on stuff. I let you wear a mask if you feel comfortable with it, stuff like that. But nothing really planned. We're just continuing to pray that things get better, and we don't get shut down again. So
Right. Well, obviously, it's kind of interesting. You're in a business that gets talked about a lot with the pandemic and everything, health, you know, clubs or gyms and whatever, and you do draw a lot of attention from the government. And it's funny because you promote health, but it's a health situation that is causing all this turmoil for you.
yes, sir. That is a little ironic, but I always felt weird about it because the shutdown was geared for the bigger gyms, that have 50, 60 people in there at one time. And I mean, I'm one-on-one appointment-based appointment. So it's really challenging that, I mean, I have 7 people tops at one time in here for classes or whatever. So I was really, it really kind of upset me. I fell in the cracks somehow, I think. So I didn't ever feel we needed to be shut down, but we complied. So
Yeah, it sounds like one of those situations where there's a government, one size fits all, and
yep.
being smaller and the ability to space and do all those things was kind of swept up in that.
Yes, sir.
They're probably geared towards the larger facilities, like you say, that 50, 100 people can be in one of those really large gyms at one time.
Yes, sir.
Well, share with us, if you don't mind. We're kind of winding down our first segment now, but what are your plans for the near future? What are you going to be doing I mean, you've been there a year now. What are your plans as far as the gym? Something new, different, or just keep doing what you're doing?
We continue to look to add more additional classes to the program, and the hours will continue to be open more hours in the day. I'm extremely flexible, so just we're adding more things all the time, new equipment, new classes, everything to try to make us the best private gym in the Conroe area.
Well, I definitely know there's a need out there. Brandon, when we went to break, I mentioned marketing. I mean, we know the last year you've been open that the pandemic has obviously influenced your business like many in a different way. But as of right now and over the next 6 to 12 months, how do you plan to market your business, grow your customer count, your revenue?
Well, I'm pretty active on the social media part of it. I believe in that a lot. Most people, I would say Instagram or Twitter or something is the main source of social media advertising, but my demographic seems like Facebook, so that's where I really tend to drive in my advertising on that. So just a lot of media campaigning on the Facebook would be good. I go to different events, health events, and promote myself as well, and try to get out there in the community best I can.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've noticed on Facebook. You pop up in some groups like I Love Conroe, where you post or part of things. And that is part of your marketing plan, isn't it? To be a contributor and go to those events that show up.
Oh yes, sir. Those are great groups to be a part of, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback and some clients out of that. So I will continue. I don't know if it's annoying. I don't ever want to be annoying, but I just try to get out there as much as I can. So trying to take a day off every now and then to do it, but just trying to get out there.
Well, you know, if nothing else, my observation is you look like you're always having fun when you're in a photograph or something. So
Yes, sir.
there's fun events, right? Which is great.
Yes, sir.
Great. Anything else marketing wise do you do? Any kind of other marketing or advertising?
I tried a couple of the Impact Magazine or other hard stuff that's out there paper wise, and I feel like it just doesn't connect as much as the social media does. So for my group, that's where I plan on staying, not doing that way.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Now, if someone comes to your facility, they're interested in possibly joining or taking a class, what should they expect? I mean, I show up, I'm interested in seeing what you have. I've seen some pictures of your facility, obviously the weights and whatnot, but what should I expect if I decide to possibly use your business?
Oh, so you should expect a clean, safe, private environment. What makes it different? You can work out in what you're wearing right now, Richard. You don't need to be in gym clothes to do the workout. It's pretty cool in here, 70 degrees. If you get too hot, I got the fans going, but really lack of sweat. It's no sweat workout type deal, as people tell me all the time. And then they start to sweat, then they go, that's false advertising, Brandon, or whatever. But I mean, I'll turn on the fan for you, no problem. But I do offer other things, Peloton, the mirror, and some classes, and that's where you sweat, and that's where you do it. But it's a comfortable 70 degrees in here probably, so that's what you can expect.
If I heard you correct, is you offer a no sweat workout. That is a really interesting byline or tagline for a business.
Yeah, maybe I should tag. Yeah, maybe I should do that more. But yeah, a lot of my clients they'll do it and then they'll say I'm sweating, false advertising. So yeah, I should tag that. You're right.
Well, you can always say try our no sweat workout, right?
There you go. There you
go. I like that as a tagline. That's very interesting. Well, one of the things I think that's challenging for small businesses today, you mentioned earlier that you were able to take advantage of the Small Business Administration PPP loans and whatnot. I've had so many guests over the last year that were able to benefit from those programs, and most of them, like you, say, "Hey, that really made a huge difference in our ability to continue as a business." But going forward, what do you see as the most important either process or challenge for your business out there? I mean, obviously, if you're shut down, that's obviously was a huge, would be for anybody. But going forward over, say, the next 12 months, what do you see as the main challenge for you growing and operating your business?
You know what, Richard, every month we just try to get as many new clients as we can get out there. So that's very important, and try to maintain the clients that we had. So just getting new clients and keeping the same ones, not losing any and stuff like that, and building the roster back up to where it was prior to the 2020 pandemic. That's what the main focus will be.
Are you finding people are opening their minds though to going back to getting physically healthy?
Absolutely. They are starting to come back, but now just in the last week of noticing all my friends are sick, so I don't know if I want to come in just because people around them are sick. So I mean, it's really scary to think about that, but I remain positive, and I think we'll get back to where we were. 2019 was a great year, and that's where I plan on taking it back to. Right.
It's really interesting because I think certain industries have still found that their customer base, the prospective customer base, is still holding back for various reasons. I mean, they're not, spending the money, they're not the focused. I think a lot of it has to do with the focus. In other words, what's my focus as an individual? What do I care about right now?
Right. And
if I don't care about working out, even though I personally love to work out, then it's going to be difficult, right?
Right. And with my demographics, my typical clients are in their 60s and 70s, and that's an older demographic. So they're been really wary about coming back. So that's where that's another problem right there. So I'm just glad for the ones that are coming. So yes,
Well, what do
sir.
you tell somebody that's 70 years old, for example, who's worked out, is healthy as far as, physical health? What do you tell them as far as, yes, you've been at home for a year, you haven't been working out consistently?
I mean, I tell them it's time to.
That's your message.
I tell them it's time to get out there and be less sedentary. I mean, it's time to get out of your house and come work out in an environment that's clean and safe. I mean, there's no need to be afraid. Just come work out, and it'll be good not only for your body but your mental capacity as well. So.
Yeah, you've got a real challenge there, I would say, and that is your challenge, I guess, primarily.
Yes, sir. That's the number one thing. This pandemic's really caused some issues, but I remain positive, and I feel like we'll get back to where we were.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, you moved to a new location about a year ago. If you were giving a one piece of advice to someone who's thinking about relocating their business, in other words, get a better location like you did, what is and based on your experience, what was the one thing that you would advise them to be aware of?
Just make look where you're putting the new location, other businesses around you, and surround yourself with a good location where people are going to be at in a new upcoming area where you can all thrive. Yeah.
I have to ask you because anytime somebody moves, I've always gotten this feedback, or a lot of times I get this feedback, is that build out of the space, getting the space ready to move into has always been a real challenge. Was that a challenge for you in your business?
Oh, the build out, yes, sir. We did an incredible job here. I'm glad I didn't have to. I was lucky enough to not put forth any of the money to do that. Just
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
in a longer contract or whatever to be in here. I'm going to be here for a while. So, but we're blessed to be here, and they did a beautiful job building us out. And
It sounds like you had a great experience. I'm going to put that in the positive column. I've talked to people, it's taken them over a year just to get a space built out and delayed the opening of their new location, new business. So you've had a great experience.
Yes, sir. We did it all during. I mean, like I said, we had the pandemic hit, and then we're out for a couple months, but blessed to be here.
Well, Brandon, I know that you have got a special event coming up shortly, and I wanted you to take time to share it, particularly with our live listeners who will be listening to our conversation live shortly. Please share your event. You got something special coming up?
Oh, yes, sir. So August is overdose awareness month for people that have overdosed. Last year we had 4,000 people in the state of Texas overdose on opiates or drugs and all that stuff. So we're gonna have a walkathon at our Transmed Center, 2510 South Loop 336 West on Saturday, August 28th at 8 a.m. And all different vendors in there. We're gonna do a walk, get 4,000 steps in, It's great for everyone's health. Get outside. It's going to be a beautiful day, and would love for everyone to come out to that.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think it's a great time for us all to start to get back to exercising based on our ability, at least mentally, to deal with the challenges, because no doubt there are challenges out there for us health-wise that we all have to come to grips with individually. Well, Brandon, again, thank you for taking time to share your background, your information, your business with us today. I definitely enjoyed this conversation. And if people want to find out more about you or the business there, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, they can go to our website at plus-40-fitness.com or any of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, it's plus40 fitness, and that will pop up. And just reach out, or 936-827-2258. And I'll either text me, call me, and I'm super flexible. We'll get you in here. Everyone deserves a workout, and get you a trainer that cares.
Well, they get a chance to try it out, right? And see if
Yes, sir.
it really works for them. Well, again, thank you. I wish you and your business much success in the coming year, and along with all the other small businesses in Montgomery County and around. Hopefully we'll get all through this and things will return to what I call the new normal, which is yet to be determined. But
yes, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. Take care.
1bestconsult.com, a community of small business owners where you as an owner can find answers to the most pressing business questions you have. Not sure who to turn to when you have a challenge in your business? Turn to the folks at 1bestconsult.com. That's the number 1 bestconsult.com, where you can always find advice you can use based on common sense business experience. Join our community of like-minded business owners at 1bestconsult.com.